Greetings. This is White Raptor News Ministries. We're here at Deurteronomy chapter 19. We're moving through the Bible, reading the entire thing from end to end. This way, nobody can ever say, hey, man, you got to read the whole Bible. Because you know how often, if I had, I'd say $10 for every time somebody said, you got to read the whole Bible, I'd probably have about $1,000 in the bank right now. Read the Bible. And I guarantee you, the people that are telling you that you have to read the whole Bible don't even read the Bible themselves. It's absolutely mind-boggling what people will say. They'll tell you to read the Bible, and they don't even read it themselves. They regurgitate what others are teaching them. Okay, if you are reading the Bible and only reading portions of the Bible, then you're not getting the full, entire truth. Okay, you got to read the entire Bible cover to cover. This way you can see all the inconsistencies, and you can argue against Christian ministers that tell you, or anybody that tells you that this book is a perfectly written manuscript when it's not. It's not a perfectly written manuscript. So we're hit the city of Refuge. Sounds like the city of Refuge that they have in New York, and all over the U.S. now. What do they call them? Refugee cities for the immigrants. Me personally, myself, I could care less how many immigrants come in. I've noticed in my 60 years that every time it comes voting, they ramp up the transgender shit. They ramp up the fucking immigrants coming across the border. They ramp up all of the corruption and stuff. They push all of the LGBTQ down your throat. Everything is ramped up every 4 years when it comes election day. And I keep telling people, please stop voting. Stop voting for these parasites and putting them in office and allowing them to have power over you, because that's what it is. Power over you. Here we're at 19. When the Lord your God has destroyed the nations whose land he is giving you, and when you have driven them out and settled in their towns and their houses, then set aside for yourselves 3 cities in the land the Lord your God is giving you to possess. Go inside of these lands that you are given to possess, these stained, sinful, bloody, rat-fested homes of pagan worship and idols, and hang out in their cities. Take their cities over this sin. I can't understand why something so omnipotent and so powerful would continue to lead its people into the cities of the Gentiles and interbreed and intermix and all of that that's taking place. Determine the distances involving the divide into 3 parts, the land the Lord is giving you as an inheritance, so that the person who kills someone may flee for refuge to one of these cities. Well, okay, hold on. Okay, when Israel came off of the ark, the very first one of the commands that was given was, whoever sheds the blood of man, by man's, his blood will be shed. For in his own image, God has made mankind. This is huge because we're talking about those that are created in an image. Okay, you have a supreme spirit, folks. Let's not forget. Look, Exodus chapter 20, verse 4. Okay, you shall not make for yourselves an idol. Okay, and what I'm teaching you, Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, Bible Hub, is this here, God is Elohim, okay? Elohim is plural of Eloah, God's in the ordinary sense. But this God here is specifically, it's used. This God here was permitted power, granted power to create a man in his own image. And in the image of God, this God, in the image of this God, he created him. This God created himself, a male and female. And I don't care what anybody says on the face of this earth. This is why the LBGTQ&A is coming out. The LBGTQ&A, along with the United Nations and everything, that is the New World Order, folks. The New World Order is plainly for the people who can see with scales off their eyes that this world is being ran by some kind of transgender energy force that created himself, a male and female. This creation, this God that created a man in this God's image, created himself, a male and female. And this, my friends, Genesis chapter 5, verse 2, Bible Hub, is where they're getting their theys and their thems. Male and female, he created them and he blessed them. Those that were created on the sixth day. But see, this is what's so mind-bending about this information is the supreme spirit of truth, the living God who created a human being in the garden, later after this God here that created a male and female in his image, okay, are not the same creations. One God is used and was allowed, it was permitted power, it had power, it was given power. That power, it was created in the beginning. That power is the beginning of time, Chronos. It's not the beginning as in creation. Creation existed long before the beginning. The beginning had to only come after the fall. You see, before you can have a beginning, there had to have been a before. And then it was what took place before and the events in that presence that all fell away in the beginning of this world. Then you have in the beginning of this world. So you have, and in the day they were created, he called them Adam.
Are you feeling left out of the oppression Olympics? Introducing. I saw the other day a person. Are you feeling left out of the oppression Olympics? Introducing they-them pronouns. They-them pronouns are the number one way for generic white people to enter a perceived marginalized community. So what do I have to do differently? That's the best part. Absolutely nothing. You don't have to dress differently, act differently, or even date differently. Just put they-them in your bio and bang, you'll get more attention instantly. I had no way to signal to people that I was part of the tribe because I can't take a black square with me everywhere I go. But now with my new pronouns, everybody knows I'm part of the tribe. Looking for something else? We've got all your pronoun needs. We've got hims, hers, vers, sirs, zems. We even got a couple thons in the back. Mix and match with he, they, or our bestseller, she, they. Hurry, they're going fast. Get them before this sexuality fad dies out and it's no longer cool to do this. So what are you waiting for? Stop on in today.
Don't feel like a woman, but also hate men. Well, come on down to Pronoun Town and grab a they, them.
And in the day they were created, he called them man. Also over here, male and female created he them and blessed them and called their name Adam, their plural Adam, in the day they were created. This is the first man, Adam. So whenever it's talking about images, this is what's important for you to understand. This is the rule concerning anyone who kills a person and flees there for safety. Anyone who kills a neighbor unintentionally without malice, a forethought. For instance, a man may go into the forest with his neighbor to cut wood, and as he swings his axe to fell a tree, the head may fly off and hit his neighbor and kill him. That man may flee to one of these cities and save his life. Otherwise, the avenger of blood might pursue him in a rage, overtake him if the distance is too great, and kill him, even though he is not deserving of death, since he did it to his neighbor without malice aforethought. This is why I command you to set aside for yourselves 3 cities. If the Lord your God enlarges your territory as he promised an oath to your ancestors and gives you the whole land he promised them, because you carefully follow all these laws and commands you today to love the Lord your God and to walk always in obedience to him. Then you are to set aside 3 more cities. This is so that the innocent blood will not be shed in your land, which the Lord your God is giving you as your inheritance, and so that you will not be guilty of bloodshed. But if out of hate someone lies and waits, assaults and kills a neighbor, and then flees to one of these cities, the killer shall be sent for by the town elders, be brought back from the city, and be handed over to the avenger of blood to die. Show no pity. You must purge from Israel the guilt of shedding innocent blood, so that it may go well with you. So, is everybody that's in one of these cities that was shed all the blood, the war that had to take place before they captured the cities, and the children and the mothers and the fathers and everybody in that city? If my little city that I lived in here right now, 250,000 people, everybody came in and slaughtered all 250,000 people, including myself, and I loved and worshiped and served the Supreme Spirit, would that be a righteous act? There's a point where the prophet is saying if even 50 are in the city that he can find in Sodom and Gomorrah, would you kill everybody because of those 50 righteous, 40 righteous, 30 righteous, even 10 righteous? Would you kill? Well, folks, personally myself, if I don't know that I'm a righteous person. Today I'm trying to walk a righteous life. I have a lot of sin and iniquity on my back. My actions in my past life have allowed me to see my transgressions today, walking in alignment with the Supreme Spirit of truth. Do not move your neighbor's boundaries, stones set up by your predecessors in the inheritance you receive in the land the Lord your God is giving you to possess. Witnesses. One witness is not enough to convict anyone accused of any crime or offense they may have committed. A matter must be established by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. If a malicious witness takes the stand to accuse someone of a crime, the 2 people involved in the dispute must stand in the presence of the Lord before the priest and the judges who are in office at the time. The judges must make a thorough investigation, and if the witness proves to be a liar, giving false testimony against a fellow Israelite, then do to the false witness as that false witness intended to do to the other party. You must purge the evil from among you. The rest of the people will hear of this and be afraid, and never again will such an evil thing be done among you. Show no pity, life for life, eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. Now, Jesus has come to tell you turn the other cheek. Okay? If you are continually turning the other cheek and continually forgiving your brother for an offense that he has committed against you, then I'm sorry, he's going to continue to act out and offend you. Okay? If he comes to you and he repents for his actions and you forgive him, and then he turns right around and he does that same action again, and you forgive him, to allow him inside of your household again would be detrimental to you and your family. You forgive the man, you forgive the woman, but you don't have anything to do with them. It's that simple. Israel is under a spell. Israel doesn't follow the commandments of the Supreme Spirit. And today I have to ask, who is Israel? Do any of us know who Israel is? Israel to me is an action. It is a purpose. It is a reason. It's not really a race to me anymore. I think that race war exists because of darkness, not because of the loving Supreme Spirit. The loving Supreme Spirit is allowing you a choice. You can choose the things of this world and remain here, or you can leave this world by true contrite repentance in the heart, and then turn it back over to the Spirit and allow Him to lead your life. He's the one that must lead your life, not you lead your own life. You must turn your life over to what you can't see. I mean, completely, without reservation. And when you do that, change will come. Not overnight, but over a period of time. You don't get to snap your fingers and say, I've turned back to you now, Lord. Please show me the truth. No, He's got to see years of devoted prayer and digging into the Bible and reading it yourself and not being taught by others and listening to others, but seeking the true divine word yourself through your own understanding, leaning on the Spirit of truth. Christians tell you all the time, don't lean on your own understanding. What a line of shit that is. I mean, it's like, who can't see that billions of Christians on this plane of existence are all telling you not to lean on your own understanding? And when I say lean on your own understanding, I mean lean on your own understanding between your relationship between you and the Spirit of truth, not any other man's understanding. See, Christians want you to lean on their understanding, but they'll tell you don't lean on your own understanding. Why do you think that they want you to lean on their understanding? Because you give away your power when you do that. Lean on your own understanding, and then the truth will be revealed to you. Without that, you'll never find the truth. Good luck. I wish you all the best. May those that serve and love and worship the Spirit and are humble before Him and understand that we are just simply vessels and everything is to His glory, and He's the one that sits at a chess set, and He's the one that moves the pieces around. Once you realize that when you're walking righteous, evil pretty much stays away from you. Okay? If you're not walking righteous, then you're going to be met with evil, and it's that simple. I hope that you all have a beautiful, pleasant day. This is White Raptor News Ministries.